Hello, I'm BrigantiaBlackbird of BlackbirdsBrew. Happy Thursday and welcome to our series Witch Life. This month we've been talking about building personal traditions, and today I want to touch on the topic of self-alignment. In our spiritual lives, we often find ourselves at the beginning again. One thing I've observed in my own path and in what others have shared with me is that the moments that we're brought back to this zero, they coincide with moments in which our masks are stripped away from us and our illusions shattered, and we are left with a truer version of ourselves. This can be uplifting or devastating. Sometimes it's a mixture of both, but in any case, it leaves us with a more honest self-portrait. It's a process that closes some doors to us, but it also enables us to see what doors are not only open, but how going through them will take us to the next stage of our journey. This often comes with making adjustments in our practice. It is evolution, it is authenticity, it is growth. The big questions of who are you, what do you want, where do you belong are fundamental, and we cannot outrun them. No matter how inadequate we feel our answers to be or what degree of discomfort we have for the answers we do possess, they are still going to matter and we're still going to have to grapple with them. It's like the journey that the Fool takes through the tarot. It's about realizations, choices, and looking at the outcomes of those choices with open eyes and not indulging in self-deception. In other videos, I've said that the card, the Fool, is arguably a representation of the greatest power of the tarot. But it is also a state of being in which no one can actually live. To have all the options and all the potentials before us is not to make choices and to never discover who we truly are. It's addicting for some practitioners to never limit themselves and to try to stay within the energy of the Fool, but this doesn't prove to be an enriching experience for them. It results in stagnation and frustration. It's like trying to stay at the starting line of a race and pretending that that starting line is the ultimate goal of the journey. It is monumentally self-destructive. The old proverb, know thyself, is not optional for practitioners. It is a necessary component of practice if we are to be successful in our work. So don't be afraid to acknowledge what is and what isn't for you. Own your unique strengths, weaknesses, preferences, and interests. Make the most of what you are and resolve to cease and desist from trying to become something you were never intended to be. Becoming adept in the craft means sacrificing our illusions of what we thought it would be like and embracing the reality of it. It's about giving up those early delusions and then seizing the true nature of our power, knowing our limitations and also our potentials. Learning to let go of the things that are not for you and do not serve your spiritual practice is ultimately a way that is going to get you much further along in this path than otherwise. Just remember, no one is required to be all of the things or have all of the talents and all of the gifts or to be the spiritual equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. Be selective, be true to yourself, and always come back to the question of whether or not something you're studying and trying to do is making you grow or if it's a distraction. Then you'll be able, over time, to become self-aligned and be able to carry out your work effectively. So that's what I have to say on this topic. Next month, we're going to be continuing this series and talking about change, something which we've all been going under, especially in the past few years, and something that is a continuous process within a witch's life. So I hope you will be back in August for that discussion. And in the meantime, let me know what you think of this, either in the comments section or you can come see us on Gilded. Link to join in the description box below, and we'd be happy to have you. But that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.